Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubian Net. Welcome back. And to all of my new viewers, welcome. This news story is extremely heartbreaking. It's now been over 5 days, and Sudiksha Konanki is still missing. She has not been seen, and the last person who is actually with her besides her friends is Joshua Stephen Ribes. So I believe in my heart that he knows exactly what happened to her. Although, when authorities questioned him, he said differently. Now, currently, Sadiqa's parents are in the Dominican Republic, and there are over 300 experts, specialists, part of the aquatic team, detectives investigating, looking for her. And I truly hope that she is found this week. It's been way too long. Now, anyone who is not familiar with this story, Sudiksha Konanki is a 20-year-old medical student. She's from the University of Pittsburgh, and she has been missing since March 6th during a spring break trip to Punta Cana, very popular luxurious resort in the Dominican Republic. So she was last seen at the Rue Republica Hotel Beach in the very early hours of the morning. And this was around 4 a.m. to perhaps even 5 a.m. And she was accompanied again with her friends and 24-year-old um, American wrestler Joshua Ribe. So the case has drawn international attention because, this young lady, she comes from a wonderful, caring family. Of course, they're all concerned for her, and she was a medical student as well. So everyone wants to know answers. Now, Sadiqa, she's described as being ambitious and she's very intelligent. She was vacationing with five female friends, excuse me, not four. And thankfully, surveillance footage captured her and Joshua Stephen Ribe walking toward the beach. So, when her friends returned to the hotel room by 5:55 a.m., Sadiqa, she was still at the beach with Ribe. Now, according to him and Sadiqa went for a swim, but they were caught in a strong wave. And he claims that they made it back to shore, and he said that he had vomited. I saw that on the surveillance footage that she was not walking steady, and neither was he. I believe, he was holding on to her. So I could tell that if she was walking by herself, she would not have been able to walk upright. So it appears that that she did have, I believe, maybe she had something to drink, a few glasses. I'm not sure, or I don't know if it could be anything else. I'm not sure, but she definitely should not have been in that state, especially to go into the water. And I can't understand. Many of you feel the same. How is it that the five friends that she went on vacation with, were not there with her the entire time, this early hours of the morning? Especially if you're going to the beach, that's fine, but stay together as a group. However, going back to what he mentioned, so he mentioned that he came back out of the beach, he vomited and he passed out. And then he woke up later and he said that that's when he realized that Sadiqa was missing. So a little background information on him. Um, Joshua Stephen Ribes, he is originally from Rock Rapids, Iowa. He's a former wrestler, or maybe he's still doing that sport. He's a former football player with the Central Lyon High School, and I believe he was currently attending the St. Cloud University in Minnesota. And they met, I believe, at the resort. I don't believe that they knew one another prior to the vacation. Okay, so right now, he has been named as a person of interest, but he is not a suspect. He has provided conflicting accounts. From what I hear from online reports, that is three different stories that he has told authorities regarding Sudiksha's disappearance. So everyone is very suspicious of him. So thankfully, the Dominican authorities have confiscated his passport, and they're also waiting to get legal approval to um, find out information and also to examine, investigate his phone, the texts, and even calls during that time. So, despite these measures, he is still cooperating with the investigation. So, the search for Sudiksha is very extensive. And as I mentioned before, it involves air, sea, and land efforts. Her belongings, including her phone and her wallet, were left with her friends. And her family finds this very unusual. Like, why would you keep her belongings and not know where she is? And again, girl code, especially as a woman, you stick together. You come together, you leave together. Let me continue. So her father, Mr. Konanki, he has urged authorities to consider possibilities beyond drowning. Um, he has mentioned perhaps, abduction or foul play. So thankfully, he has called for international assistance, including the FBI. So they have joined in this investigation. It's very extensive. I'm really happy about that. It's needed because it has been several days, as I have mentioned. And, when it's, nearly a week like this, very aggressive search must be done. So I'm not going to say anything about the Dominican Republic at this time because this is really on Joshua Stephen Rives. He needs to be investigated further. That is my opinion. And I do believe that, he needs to be thoroughly investigated because he knows the whereabouts of what happened to her, whether she was left in the ocean or if something happened on land. I do have hope that she'll be found. I would love to say that she can be reunited with her family. I would love that for her family and her. At this point, it's very stressful though. And we're going to see. I hope they have more updates by this weekend. Also, I want to say that Thomas Julia, who is a spokesperson for Loudoun County Sheriff Office, he said that he specifically interviewed Mr. Rives at length. So he is a person of interest, not a suspect. However, I do believe that we're going to have updates and really narrow down what happened to her. Please keep prayers up for her and the family. Please stay safe wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and please be safe wherever you are.